everybody's the same. He used to say everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. Ever heard that story? So my dad used to tell me. He said it's all about opportunity. Everybody comes into this world pretty much the same, and it's opportunity. Yeah. So in my life, I've been blessed to have opportunity because some women that worked at the phone company took advantage of the EEOC and filed a lawsuit. And that lawsuit broke the way for me and many other women to have very different lives. I was one of the first female communications craftsmen in the country. And that was a huge opportunity. But part of what prepared me for that opportunity was my mother's ambition, what my mother and my father had told me. Opportunity, be ready, take advantage of that opportunity. So laws, I early on knew how laws and collective action can not only impact a group, but lift individuals as well. So I came to Atlanta in 1978 from Boston and worked right over there at the phone company. And the big sister thing took over, and I became an activist in my union, organizing, representing people, helping people with their problems, ran for office, met Charles Clark, the director of the AFL-CIO 20-something years ago in leadership training at Communications Workers of America. And eventually in 1995, I had another opportunity. I was put on staff, and that was a tremendous opportunity for me because I was in the room when we negotiated a huge contract, the AT&T contract that covered the whole country. So again, it's collective action, it's opportunity, it's understanding how to mobilize people, how to frame issues, how to hear what the company needs, how to fit what the company needs to what your members have to have. How can you find the sweet spot? Nan, I think you'd agree. A lot of what we have to do up there at the Dome is understand the opposite. Find a way to find that sweet spot. The other thing when you're a union leader, you have to learn how to have a relationship. Be firm about your position. Be disagreeable without being disagreeable. How to disagree without being disagreeable. How to maintain a relationship. I went to work at United Way after I left Washington, D.C. And one of the things that really I'm so glad I don't have to do anymore is worry about people that I'm not related to, individual people not being able to pay their rent. And that experience at United Way really firmly entrenched my belief that you can help individuals, but it's more important to change the system. And when you talk to someone that has a regular job that's doing everything right, and you do the math, and it doesn't work, and you literally have to tell somebody, I'm sorry, you have to find a relative to go live with, there's something really wrong with that. And we gotta step up. We have to collectively change the way that the laws in this state are and find ways to create opportunity. So how do we create opportunity? Egbert, Vicki, Eric, the folks here at Integral, great example of creating opportunity. Getting ready to launch some transit-oriented development. Not only do you guys create jobs, you transform the communities where you build. You also have a very important piece, which is the affordable housing component. So you're creating jobs, you're making sure that folk, you're doing two things. You're creating jobs, you're creating economic engine, but you're also lifting folks up, which is so important. Transportation, District 59, all the way from Ponce de Leon, Moreland Avenue to Hayfield. I can't get out of my neighborhood. Anybody drive down Moreland Avenue lately? Real slow, right? So the folks in the northern part of the district, they're pushing back against developers because their question is, how many more cars is that going to bring? How many parking spaces? Well, that slows down the economic engine. It's just problematic. The other folk in the district, why should it take 2.5 hours, 2 buses, a train, change a train, another bus, You're making $7 an hour? Forget about it. That's just not acceptable. So we have got to fix this transportation problem. That's critical, not just to District 59, to the whole, really, I think, the state. The other thing that I'm concerned about is tax dollars that create jobs. Great that we're creating jobs way up there where people can't really get to them, people in District 59 that need jobs, that have traditionally been hard to employ. So how do we find a way to create jobs in the areas that people need the jobs, the kind of jobs that really create real economic flip in the communities? And how do we make sure that the people that live in District 59 are ready to take those jobs? If you're bringing high-tech jobs, people in District 59 aren't always eligible to take those. So for me, it's this trifecta. It's transportation, economic development, and jobs. I think those three things are going to help to change District 59, and I'm ready to go try to find some sweet spots and make that happen. So I've been working on campaigns since I was 5 years old. I helped to elect Nan. I've helped to elect Senator Fort, Congressman Lewis. I could go on and on and on. I was bit by the bug. But I don't believe that you run against a good person, and I have literally been blessed to have great elected officials. But when Margaret Kaiser decided that she was going to not seek re-election, I said, you know, my whole life, I guess it's converged, and here I am making a speech.